yardstick of determining a startup in my book is as follows. A, has it ever been done before? Not has it ever been done before in your geography or in Jharkhand or Chhattisgarh. Has it ever been done before? Does it fulfill a compelling consumer need? Is it a sustainable business? And is it a business that can be replicable across geographies? About a month and a half ago, with no reference to what Piyush Goyal was saying, I was quoted as saying 80% of India's startups are frauds. I maintain that. What I'm seeing here is exceptional. So let me tell you why I said what I did, and I will ask all these very brilliant people, one or two of whom I've known before. In my definition, and when Mr. Tata retired in 2012, he set up R&D investments. And the yardstick of determining a startup in my book is as follows. A, has it ever been done before? Not has it ever been done before in your geography or in Jharkhand or Chhattisgarh. Has it ever been done before? Does it fulfill a compelling consumer need? Is it a sustainable business? And is it a business that can be replicable across geographies? And when I look around the startups ecosystem in India, I find almost all of that replicable. And all of that is a copy of what has already been done in the West. So, for God's sake, I'm not saying what you people, not you people are doing excellent work. But a lot of people, today a guy wants to start a vada pav shop, he calls himself a startup. So how are you defining startup? In my book, startup is mired on three principles. A, it must be a technological marvel or a leap. Number two, it must be a business that is totally unique and isolationist in terms of its non-replicability. And number three, it's a business that makes people who work in it terribly proud. And I see a lot of the startups not fulfilling these criteria. And for a moment, please don't think I'm being cynical about India's startup and all that. I'm not. And I really don't care, because I don't have the money to invest. I never will. What worries me is that the ecosystem, and again, this is not your fault, but the fault of your peers. The founders are rich, the companies are losing money, and yet the founders are buying Lamborghinis and staying in Amrita Shetty's apartment or houses or whatever that is. So the message that you send out is, it's cheap money that we access. Now there's this chap, Pete Chandani, who weighed in on the debate but refused to come on a public debate with me, which I would have loved. Because Pete Chandani said, oh, but SoftBank's always lost money. I can't, and I've had dinner with Masa where this gentleman who launched, what is that payment thing called there? BTM. And I said in front of Masa, I said, you must be a really kind man. So he says, why? I said, he just bought himself a home in Amrita Shetty Mark. I'm not for a moment suggesting that founders must not be wealthy. Of course, you are doing outstanding service. My thing is twofold, and to address exactly the question you asked. I think now Suhail talked about it, this very elegant person who just spoke about the unbanked sector, spoke about it, Vrinda spoke about it. I think the scaling up has to be done at two levels. Number one, because of India's diversity and India's size, whatever we replicate across other geographies must be seen as something that adapts itself to scale. It can't be seen as something which has limited innovation. Because you're not talking about a market like Finland or Philippines or Norway or Denmark. The second is that brand India is not being seen as a great startup universe. People are investing in our country because of the market size. Now here's my other question, and please don't take it amiss. If we are that sharp, we are that bright, we have so many bright people, why the hell did we not create a Facebook? Why did we not create a Google? Why did we not create all these? Now again you will say, oh, but India's, the system is messed up. I'll tell you what is messed up. Our education system is messed up. Number two, in India, if you fail, your mother or mother-in-law will ask you to get a job as a bank employee or as an IAS officer, although no one respects IAS officers anymore. But that's what happens. Can you imagine if Steve Jobs was an Indian, there'd be no Apple, except the one that would fall on his head, because his mother would say, "Beta, tumse hoga nahi, tum naukri kar lo." So, do we need to change social mores, social pressures, our peer environment? I think, to my mind, I think we do. Please don't get me wrong. I have helped pro bono tons of startups. And I've not even, they very kindly offered sweat. I don't want it. Because I think I have very limited knowledge in the area of branding and marketing. If I can bring that to help my fellow countrymen and women, it's a great service that I'm doing. And they are offering me the opportunity. It's not the other way around. So for me, it's a big thing. Number two, I still believe that the startup universe, whether it's through you, around, or whoever it is, now, I don't know about the lobbying group or this group or that group or association, but CII is a great platform. You need to tell people of what you've done in terms of changing lives. Currently, the startup universe is discussed only monetarily. It is not discussed in terms of how you've changed lives. And that's why you get criticized. When Piyush Goyal spoke about, do we want ice cream or whatever example he used, the point is, how are you changing lives of people? How are you changing livelihoods? And currently, whether you like it or not, you might say, oh no, it's a bit harsh, but it's the truth. Currently, any discussion around startups is only in three areas. One, have they become a unicorn? But there's a reason. The unicorn is a goddamn mythical animal. Agar banna bhi hai, become an elephant or a tiger, why do you want to become a unicorn?
Touche.
Number two, how much has the founder made? Which is fine, because everyone is aspiration. Number three, when will I exit? This is the only business domain I've seen where people enter with a view to exit. So people don't treat those businesses seriously. Now I said what I did, and three days later, those two Sardarjis, whichever company it was, who were parking money with their mother or mother-in-law, what is their name? Jensol or whatever it is. Whatever. Are there frauds in corporate India? There are many. But the startup system, to my mind, and each one of you, is seen as a great ambassador of India's technology marvels, of India's entrepreneurial spirit, and we as older Indians, not necessarily wiser Indians, actually salute your spirit. If you ask me, I would never be able to take a risk as an entrepreneur. I'll be honest. You all are doing remarkable service, but you need to now take it to the next level. And I would suggest two solutions. Number one, create a brand of startups that have actually changed the way Indians live, the way Indians behave, and the way Indians consume. Live, behave, and consume must become the parameters by way of which you market these globally. And second, is if you have any unique startups, which are absolutely unique to the Indian milieu, Indian environment, talk about those. Currently what's happening is you're not talking in silos. Silos are good for cement companies. They are not good for the remarkable work that each one of you is doing. So I will doff my hat to each one of you, say you are doing remarkable work, but it's like a ship in the night. It sails, no one sees it. Now become a ship in the day, which has a strong anchor, tremendous stewardship, and can navigate the choppiest of waters. That will be the ultimate tribute you will pay to yourselves. Forget to India.
It takes true genius to take a concept and explain it in the simplest possible term. This is what Mr. Suhail Seth has done to startups. His yardsticks of startup are, I think, the only word for them. This is an excerpt on his views on startups shared in a panel discussion during the CIE Annual Summit 2025 held recently. It was a true privilege to hear him and to share the room with him. Went to say a quick hello and had the honor of clicking a photograph with him too.